know, losing is not the vibe either. Everybody wants 51% win rate so they can slowly climb up ladder and monkey brain, monkey number go up. I don't want to think, I want to win. I don't want to practice, I want to win. I don't want discipline, I don't want to practice my instrument. I don't want to develop a skill. I want to play video game with YouTube on the other monitor and use my oculars on the YouTube video instead. I still just constantly lose to Koreans in Brood War. It's worse if they're using one of those MOBA mice. No, those were made for World of Warcraft first, like the Razer Naga. Quick Live was having a bit of a boom 5 or 6 years ago, but then it all died. Yeah, that's the other thing is, like, there's too many forever games out there, and it's all just like, it's all like White Dwarfs, you know? Like, there's an event horizon. There's not room for enough forever games to all coexist with each other. You need enough of a player base for this stuff to work. So someone makes a new forever game, how come everyone's gonna leave behind World of Warcraft and League of Legends and Dota 2 and Street Fighter 6 and on and on and on and on and on to go play this new thing? Everyone's gonna quit playing Fork Knife. Wow, Oni just dodged. No big deal. Every day, every day, every day. So I guess that's why arena shooters will not come back. Shoot Mania was kind of popular back in like 2010, 2011, I think. That one's already gone. That one had a cool gimmick of like not being super gory like Quake and Unreal Tournament were. Bet the noobs get along great in 1v1. They get along terribly in team games. I think you have that opposite cataclysmical. People want to get carried. People are not gonna leave WoW. They already quit. Man, the WoW cycle is like, this expansion's great, and then like 6 months later, this expansion sucks. I have a friend who plays WoW, so I get the lore every once in a while through them. I guess I'll just rip this drain attack. Should I even heal Rahabaki? Yeah, sure, it means I have to heal him a bit less on the next lap. New Melee players and that game hard. Oh, I play Melee. And I am teaching new players all the time. I still play Melee. I'm not like super passionate about it anymore though. I'd rather be a commentator. In fact, you'll probably see me streaming Melee every once in a while. I got a second computer that I can bring to events. Should I lunge? No, I'm gonna heal. I gotta conserve Black Frost MP. You meet someone in a 1v1 and message them. That's the other thing that's missing from games now, is like the social aspect. We're trying too hard to protect people from harassment that it's like you can be playing a game and you're like, where is everybody? You have to like manually friend someone, you have to message them. There's no like chat rooms to gather in anymore. You know, if you I guess the standard now is like if you want to add someone as a friend, it's like after you lost and you want to like rage at them, so people don't accept friend requests. You can't like make new friends on gaming anymore. Everything is too big and faceless. From this 2 games, I chose Guild Wars 2. I'd rather play FF14 than WoW. I played a bit of Phantasy Star Online 2. Now that's not really an MMO though. It's really Diablo-ish kind of game with like instanced worlds to go fight around in. Yeah, I play Hearthstone Day. That's pretty much exactly what I'm talking about. I have made a couple friends on Hearthstone, but it's a rare thing, you know. Brood War perfected the online lobby formula. Nobody talked in the lobbies in Brood War though, but I made friends like in game by just playing like use map settings, just like trying to beat some crazy game mode together. Tons of channels. Yeah, they were like clan channels, I guess. I'm happy to help and give advice. Right. What do I do here? Do I have focus ready? No, I don't. Missed the homies I met through random COD lobbies. Maybe it's an age thing. I think when you're young, you're just like more willing to meet strangers. Just more curious about the world. No, he wasted the focus. That's the only lunge he's missed. It's the biggest target in the whole game, Arahabaki. How could you miss? That's a Black Frost maneuver right there. Ugh. Ugh. What a setback on my MP resources. Drain attack, though. I guess Black Frost gained agility to throw for content, you know? Oni was like, I was the main character the whole time, bro. Now I'm gonna prove it. This guy with Repel Fire and Absorb Ice, he's a fraud. Got lots of friends in Guild Wars 2 recently. I think when Guild Wars 2 came out, what I heard, what the... Black Frost, how can you miss? How? Yeah, when Guild Wars 2 came out, I heard it was... I haven't played either one, but I've heard it was like way different from the first one. And thus, it's like... I think I'd rather play Guild Wars 1. Is Guild Wars 2 still going? Like, does it have anything going for it? Our guild there named Oni Mask. Uh-oh. Well, it's about to get really bright in here now. I have to kill Kagutsuchi before I get hit by Dekunda. If I get hit by Dekunda, I lose. Uh-oh. Dragon Eye turn, and... take 163 damage for free, sucker. Nah, I'll take the free healing. Ouch. Only play world versus world. Well, that sounds pretty large scale. What do you mean world versus world? That sounds pretty large scale. Goshe waking up at 1 in the morning. Oh! Rahabaki lived because he picked the only element that wouldn't kill him. Amazing. Starting to think this comp is a little bit flawed. Just a little bit. 100 versus 100 versus 100 players. Well, I mean, yeah, it's... It's only 1 AM here. Wait. No, I gotta heal Arabaki. He might die from this. Roll low. Just please roll low enough. Oh yeah, that's plenty low. Black Frost took the big damage there. Can you do another infinite light, please? Oh no. Can you please do fire or ice? Uh-oh. Okay, that 5th almond is activated. Oni is the protag again. We gave him all the abilities he needs, man. Bright Might. Oh. Black Frost is gonna have to heal himself for damage range reasons. Nope, not that. Smoke babe! Hot rape! Hey! He's got that big old hockey stick, man. Actually, isn't that more like a... That's more like a lacrosse net. Right? Rahabaki can heal himself. Oh, he's been carrying for so long. Yeah, Black Frost is a perfectly viable healer. Infinite Light can do... The most I've seen it do is 446. So I knew I had to get Oni and Arahabaki to enough HP, but this little extra ceiling is pretty good. He's quaking. Drain attack on Arahabaki is pretty good too, eh? Uh-oh. Can he get there by himself? I healed the wrong guy. He's Quake 3 Arena-ing. Topical. Oh! 10 HP! When am I gonna get a window to launch the Yeehaw cannon here? I'm having trouble keeping up. Wait a minute, if I pass... Yeah. Rahabaki is not essential. And Black Frost sure is. Nah. If Black Frost dies, we'll just fire the Yeehaw cannon. It'll work perfectly. It'll be Bright Might Focus, Bright Might Kamikaze. We did it! We beat Nocturne without a demi-feed! After level 27. The level 27 lunch break.
You have shown your strength. Undoubtedly, you are capable of creating a new world.
However, the true battle still awaits you. Chapters of battle without an enemy. Thanks for the GG's, people. Is this TDE? Silverix, how much Smile did you see? When he created New World, the game. I don't think Smile even helped. Well, this is gonna be the same ending as my hard any % runs. Jack Frost theme should have been The Big Laugh, 10 hours. Jürgen Schlachter. I don't even know who you are.
Earth. The prophecy has been fulfilled. The world will be cleansed of its greed.
Should have done demon
and
ending.
enter a state of stillness.
No, I think Araman would have been too tough to beat, especially without Dante.
And you are the one who will accomplish that.
Yeah, this was a renegade Oni who was not with the mantra. He was like, I think we should all just chill out. This is true demon ending.
The way for you, the new creator.
There's a lower quotient of human meat in this ending. No demi-fiend, only Dante.
I trust you with my reason and send you on your way.
No matter what, it gives you demon ending.
I can finally witness the world that I envisioned.
Yeah, I guess so. There's no human to enforce a reason.
I look forward to living in a world of silent harmony.
It's like, hey, dude, give me your jacket so I can have a shirt.
Deliver the new world unto us.
Even if U agreed with Hikawa. Okay, well, before we let the credits roll here, you can see the credits in like any of my speedruns. You don't need to see those. Let me Alt F4 and I'll show off the roster again. Just talk about what this lunch break playthrough even is for those joining us late. This jacket is expensive. It's tailor-made. What tailor? There's nobody making clothes in the Vortex world. Brought it with you. It's a limited edition, only from the previous Tokyo. If your cheese grater ass wears it, you're gonna rip a seam in it. Okay. So, in order to do this, I used all the incenses on Oni. Alright. That gave him 40 strength. So here's the deal. In order to do this playthrough, what you do... Actually, let me just quickly load another save file to demonstrate here. Here's an alternate timeline where I use the DLC to get to level 33 and stuff, so... Here's Virgil from the Devil May Cry series. You go to party, return to stock. Now, on the PC version of HD, they let you play with a keyboard and mouse. So what you do is you move your mouse cursor down here. Hey, how come I can return my Fornius and Kodama to stock from over here, even though... Anyway, you just press down and left click a bunch of times. And you back out. Oh, Virgil's gone. Oh, he's not on my active team anymore. He still exists. You can cycle through all your guys with the status menu. He still exists. But you'd have to use Baphomet with Beck and Call, which is a level 33 demon, to randomly summon Demi-Fiend to get him back. And you're thinking, hey, why don't I summon a 4th demon? But Nocturne is programmed to not let you summon more than 3 demons. So, what I did, I thought, what would be the lowest level of MC that I could finish the whole game at? So I just followed my hard any percent route, which is kind of a muscle wizard. You know, a bit of magic, bit of vit. You need at least enough magic strength or luck to get through the 3rd Kalpa, probably. So yeah, I wanted to do 26, because that's the lowest level where Momonofu will transform into Arahabaki. The other key thing about this playthrough is that whoever's at the top of your list is your de facto main character. And if they perish, that's how you get the game over screen. So I knew Arahabaki was going to be very important. Not in like a lot of random encounter areas, except for Cursed Hallway. There's a pretty funny clip of that. So yeah, after I beat Osei is where I sold all my items. I knew that my items were going to be useless because there's no main character to use them in battle. Demon runs out of MP, demon needs to get healed, too bad, you need a healing skill, you need Makatora. Your MP is very much finite, and a lot of my fights were dictated by that fact. Very spooky stuff. So, carrying along, this is a Dees that I recruited with Shikigami's Beseech in Assembly of Nielo, but I grafted on some other abilities using Aramitama. Bear in mind that with a level 27 MC, I cannot recruit or fuse any demons that are... Let me move my webcam over here as well so we can see everybody's stats. Yeah, I cannot recruit or fuse any demons that are higher than level 27. Nigi Mitama is level 29. Deist needs to be level 29 to transform... No, MC needs to be level 29 in order for Deist to transform into Valkyrie. That's why I don't have Valkyrie. Kushimitama, level 32. Sakimitama, level 35. So the only stats I could raise on my demons were strength and agility. So I was definitely skewed toward a physical build across the board here. I've been making highlights of some of the boss fights from like the mid-game onward. Wait, jeez, where am I gonna move my webcam here? We're covering up Oni's level, being 47. Whatever, we'll just look at everybody's stats like this, so... What else was there? My original Mikami was sacrificed in order to make the Arahabaki with Null Mine. I knew that was going to be super important in order to get through Cursed Hallway. I just needed the money for Aramitama's to max out everybody's... Actually, I didn't even max everybody's agility. I just needed enough to teach Tarukaja and Bright Might to everybody. That was all. That's the only thing I can do with money, is just spend it on Aramitama. And I spent the rest of it to have 69 medicines, 69 chakra drops, and 69 revival beads. So, Arahabaki didn't actually see that much action in random encounters, just because it's too easy to hit his other weaknesses. Oni was my main character in a lot of places, just because he has resist physical. And once he had life gain, that was great too. I had to get lucky and turn that into life surge. Well, maybe not. I just knew I needed to get above 450 max HP in order to survive Infinite Light. But also, yeah, all the Aramitamas went to Oni. I cranked up Oni's strength. That was definitely necessary. The other thing, I did this right after Ose died. I sold off all the items that would be useless in order to pay for fusing Taraka, who was turned into a mining slave, so I could have good shoes here. I've got to have Gundari for good agility. I also have Geish. I beat Puzzle Boy. I have Murakamo. I went and beat all the Tunnel Oni at the very, 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 very end of the playthrough just to get a little extra experience on Oni. I had to gain 2 more levels on Oni because I did the math with the magic incenses here. A single point of magic or a single level up gets you +3 more max MP. And I needed enough MP to do 2 War Cries, 4 Rakukajas, 4 Rakundas. And he had 1 MP left over after all that. Arahabaki was in charge of Tarukaja in the final battle. Drain Attack ended up being really clutch. I didn't really come up anywhere except this final battle. That was really funny. I thought I'd have to use Drain Attack to... Actually, it helped a lot versus Beelzebub, too. Dante was crucial. Dante and Black Frost and Labyrinth Pixie joining my team, they stick themselves into your active party, so I had 4 press turns again, just for a small amount of time, until I had to beat Baal Avatar with Focus and Kamikaze. I decided to keep... Arahabaki had Media at one point, but I decided that, you know, even though healing in battle is pretty essential, Arahabaki was always too busy attacking. So I just learned Drain Attack over Media, and I'm glad I did. Karasu with Watchful was great. I finally had Zionga turn into Endure right at the end. That was funny. I thought I would need him to beat Moat, but nope. I just needed him to beat Giri Makala and Saki, or not Skadi, yeah. Deist was important just for Tetraja. If I was going to do this playthrough again, I would definitely do it at level 29, not 26. Well, 27 was honestly an accident, because just that's how the timing worked out to... Arahabaki transformed at the same time that MC hit level 27. Although 27 ended up being beneficial because of this Inugami that I made with Sacrificial Fusion. Beelzebub was too hard for me to beat. His Dekunda just ruined me. I needed to level up I sac-fused a Blob as well. Maybe I'll just go to Tower 3. Can I hit Tower 3 at full o'clock, actually, for the nice music? I'll just show off some stuff in the compendium. Doge Noodle. Wait.
Welcome to...
Is it Rising 7 or... Too bad we can't name our demons. No, that would be a mess. Pokemon nicknaming your demons. Ugh. Cool, it was Rising 7. We can get the good music when we're browsing the compendium. Shiyakyou no Yakatai Yokoso. Here's the Uzume that I sacrificed. I sacrificed Corone Zone in the hard any % speedrun. This is the exact same Uzume with Shock and Troffery. Either Suku is the main thing you need just to fight Ose. Shock sure is nice, though. What was the top 3 bosses that were the hardest? Beelzebub, Giri Mikala, and Scotty. For sure. In fact, Scotty took so many tries. I needed so many things to go right with Scotty. Giri Mikala, I got, like, absurdly lucky. I don't know if, like, Giri Mikala was always gonna be that easy, but it definitely wasn't easy. Just the bosses that I couldn't beat with Giga Chad Oni using Focus and Bright Might. Hellbiker was also really hard. That was the other thing. I wanted to see, like, hey, can I just beat Hellbiker if I make Arahabaki the main character? He won't die to attack and Hellspin. But then Hell Exhaust does 100 damage to him, and Media heals less than that. So that was quite nightmarish. I had to beat Hellbiker. I had to grind until Oni learned Warcry, and then when I stuck a Warcry on Hellbiker, then it became possible. I don't even think I used the Arahabaki the time I beat him. Yeah, I think I used Oni, Kopa, and Mikami to beat him. Yeah, here's Kopa. I sacrificed my Minakata to make this guy, and his TNL turned out very unfortunate. I just wanted him to learn Watchful as soon as possible, so I slightly overshot level 19. That made me sad. But he got Watchful, and then he cooked in the background the whole time. What else? Here's, oh yeah, my sack-fused Nozuchi. If you want to make, I sacrificed a Huapo that was level 9 with 96 TNL, 2 next level. 96 experience needed to level up. That's the closest you can possibly get to make this perfect Nozuchi who just absolutely assassinates Matador, and also wrecks Assembly of Nihilo with being a high-level Xuanwu or Guixian or Genbu, whatever the name for the turtle is. I just call him Turtle. High-level turtle with Toxic Cloud, big magic stat, big vitality. Just wrecks Assembly of Nihilo. I'll talk about Ninugami a bit later. This is a Nekomata that I beseeched in order to turn into Raiju. I made Raiju ahead of schedule, and I'm glad I did, because just marching through Kabukicho Prison was really rough. It's actually really dangerous where, like, you're fighting demons that are, like, the same level as you. They're just as strong as you. Raiju had to be my main character to soak up all the Elec attacks in there, and even then, Raiju died a lot. He's pretty squishy, so just getting hit by physicals was big trouble. Big trouble. Honestly, I think I could have done this without Uzume. I don't think I used Uzume to, like, Trophery my way through encounters anywhere. Like, Uzume ended up being pretty pointless. Except as sack fodder, actually, to deal with Beelzebub. Yeah, Praetor recruited from SMC. There's a blob I have to talk about later. Yeah, there's Xuanwu with Sacrifice. Sacrifice, I had to use Sacrifice to beat Giri Mikala as well. Oh, here, right, I registered my Mikami at level 26 right before leveling up so I could reroll, like, trying to change a skill. I changed Recarm into Avenge, and then Diorama became Retaliate, and then Retaliate became Diarahan. That was kind of funky. So yeah, Beelzebub was the hardest boss for sure. Because the problem is when you get Beelzebub HP lower into Phase 2, he likes using Dekunda. And then when he has no debuffs on, he might try using Dekaja. But like I said, MP is finite. So I Warcry him once, I Fog Breath him once, I Rakunda him a couple times, then he uses Dekunda, and I don't have enough MP left to do it all again. So my plan, you know, I tried it with Dees for Tetraja to survive Deathflies, but that didn't work very well. She was too squishy. So I decided, okay, what are some demons with null death? Okay, I'll have to use Inugami and Blob. Oh wait, Blob will take 50% more damage from Mazionga and Mazandine. Oh wait, Inugami will take double damage. Well, not double damage. Inugami is weak to force. I have to deal with that as well. So what I did was I leveled up a Kodama which learns Anti-Force. Skill changed the Anti-Force off this Inugami into Null Force. And then I fully leveled up this blob that I sac-fused. I sacrificed my turtle to make the Inugami, and I sacrificed Uzume to make this blob. That's why life bonus is here. Uzume just naturally earns life bonus, so I'm like, great, blob will have resist physical, he can survive Beelzebub's very strong attack. And then you'll learn Mana Drain, so he can maintain Fog Breath, so I will not get Dekunda'd forever. But Blob has a bad magic stat and bad agility stat. He missed Mana Drain 80% of the time. So in my desperation, I looked at what happens if I fuse Blob and Inugami together. And it makes Raiju. Where's Raiju in my compendium here? Yeah, here's the regular one that I make using Nekomata and Corone Zone, so I passed on Tsukukaja. So I just fused Inugami and Blob together and made a fresh Raiju, who is not on the team anymore. Raiju was effectively the oldest demon on my team and had to be traded for the Labyrinth Pixie. And I could, following the hard any percent speedrun, it goes, Preda and Eros is fused together to make Corone Zone. Corone Zone is sacrificed to make Uzume. Uzume was sacrificed to make Blob. And then Inugami and Blob were fused together into a Raiju with Warcry, Fog Breath, Null Force, Tsukukaja, Mana Drain. Raiju has good magic and agility. He never missed his Mana Drain. And it also worked out nicely where he would Mana Drain about 35 MP. So that would replenish Warcry plus Fog Breath, 40 plus 30, 70 MP. So 2 Mana Drains he would recover and be able to keep up with Beelzebub doing Dekunda. My Beelzebub fight was about 15 minutes long. I had to just whittle him down. He resists everything except fire. So it was just Black Frost and Arahabaki with Focus. Just whittling him down. With the Raiju with Absorb Elec and Null Force, I didn't have to worry about Arahabaki's weakness getting activated when Beelzebub did his magic. I also beat Metatron second time by accident. So yeah, Black Frost joining and giving me a 4th head was great. I had to use that. I beat Albion without anybody dying, but then I had to go beat Mother Harlot with Kamikaze. She's really tough. I knew that beating Beelzebub was super important because that would allow me access to Dante, who would also be my 4th party member, who was also needed to beat, wait, how did it work? I was going to use, I thought Samael would be my new 4th party member, but Samael was summoned straight into my stock. So I had to go pick up the Labyrinth Pixie to become my, 4th party member. Yeah, Raiju with the magic coverage. Well, also just being able to... He also just dodged Deathflies a lot. Like, Black Frost and Arahabaki would get hit, and then Raiju would dodge. This game's agility formula is so weird. Yeah, so this is my full compendium. It's pretty much the hard any percent speedrun route. Makakaja from Aramitama wasn't even that helpful, honestly. I can't even think of... You know, Dees had it. I figured Dees would be needed in all the fights, and the turtle as well. I figured they would be... Well, yeah. They were definitely involved. Actually, Dees skill-changing Diorama into Mediorama was also clutch in a few mid-game boss fights. Oh yeah, and this Bicorn is just like... Well, I was gonna use Raiju to beat Moat, so I'll just stash Elec Boost and some Kajas on here in case I need to remake Raiju. I should have just registered the nice Raiju that I made. Because that's who fought Moat. I put Zionga on Copa because I thought that, you know, Karasu would be needed to fight Moat, but nope, I didn't even use him. In fact, I beat Moat without anybody dying. So yeah, I'll have to make highlights of the many boss fights. It is a bittersweet feeling. This has got to be the most challenging and most interesting casual playthrough of Nocturne I've ever done. I should probably... I think I may tell, like, the Steam community about this, and hopefully Atlas will not ruin our fun and patch it. I don't see how they reasonably could, because, you know, if they want to try to change it, they'll have to mess with the mouse functionality of this game, and then that will be accessibility you know, the gamers who can't play on gamepad, or who have to play on, like, a box controller or whatever, because of tendonitis or carpal tunnel or missing whatever. It's not worth the effort to patch it, you know, the game still works. For the SMT3 is dead. Now that you completed the game at level 27, what's the lowest level you think you can complete hard TDE without Demi-Fiend? Dainava is working on that right now, level 37, just to have Daisojo to try to mana drain Lucifer to death, and it'll take about 3 straight hours to run him down to 0 MP. That, yeah. I think that's the only thing that'll work. I guess... Yeah, you want to try, if you want to try this playthrough for yourself, you have a couple options. I mean, if your main character's level 33 or higher, you can just fuse Baphomet and use Beck and Call to bring Demi-Fiend back and stop the challenge. So if you want to do it lower than, you know, 34 is appealing, because Karasu will transform into Kurama, and you can also make Mizuchi. Your Naga can transform into Raja Naga and learn Null Fire. Pretty good options there. you'll be able to make Kushimitama if you're level 32 or lower, or level 32, to raise your demon's vitality. That is insanely helpful. 29 will allow you to use Nigimitama to raise your magic. That's also pretty helpful, because like I said, MP is finite, and having good magical attackers with, you know, imagine being able to give Force Boost to Karasu, or Fire Boost to Valkyrie. Well, my turtle had Ice Boost, so he was pretty good against Gary. So, I'm actually not quite done with this. I forked my save all over the place in case I screwed something up. So I should have an older one here. Where exactly? In the Diet Building? Not with Shiny Key. Amala Sea? Labyrinth of Amala? It's hard to tell with, you know, it's just Virgil of some level. I think File 14 is my last one. Right, this is at the beginning of the labyrinth. Wait, this is still with Blob and Inugami. Yo, my fancy guys, my fancy lads. I got Null Force onto Blob, and Life Gain on Inugami. Okay, I could resume from here. Basically, I want to see, could I do this without beating Beelzebub? Like, my strongest minion would just be Samael. I mean, I beat Kagutsuchi without Dante, and without Samael, so probably. But, I don't think I could do it without Black Frost. I think beating Dante 2 is basically a requirement, and I did that using, Oni, Taraka, and Dees with a lot of Bright Might. You can have a fourth party member at level 33 and up. Okay, yeah, that's true. That makes it way too easy, though, I think. I think it's way more interesting when you get Black Frost and you just temporarily have 4 party members. See how long you can make it last, and it turns into a Nuzlocke run where when someone dies, it's like, well, I'm loading my save so I can have 4 press turns again. Demi-Fiend is taking the day off. Yep, he's on lunch break. That's kind of the fan name for this, lunch break %. So yeah, would it become a speedrun category? I'd rather not. It's way too long and way too unpredictable. It took so much grinding to get Oni to level 27, and I had to go get the Jades in the first Kalpa. The first Kalpa was so dangerous. It was so hard to even get those 2 Jades in the first Kalpa. And I needed them to just get Aramitama. And I got a Ruby as a gift. I remember that. I got a Ruby as a level up gift, and that allowed me to spend my second Jade and get a second Aramitama for free and raise Oni's strength high enough to do enough damage to beat Hellbiker. Or just to sling around Bright Might and Tarukaja on enough of my demons. Oh, it was a wild and stressful time. I guess I'll just try to resume from here. Well, I already beat Cert, I think. Can I beat Mada without Stinger on Dante? Wait, did I even do that to beat... I think that is how I beat Mada, right? Oh well. Anyway, it's been a long stream today. Wow, it's been 9.5 hours. I didn't even realize. Whew. Let's go somewhere with funky music. Oh, I know where. Let me load the other save file. We'll go to Marunouchi. And hear that amazing Obeldick's theme. Man, I finished so many Nocturne speedruns. Took world record in the any % categories that no one cares about. Got some nice PBs along the way. But this is the only time I'm getting an actual feeling of achievement from this game. Yeah, this run was really fun, just because, like, it always seemed like success was impossible. Like, every single victory felt like just a genuine, joyful surprise. Yeah, and lots of stuff to plan for, too. Lol, DLC music. Get out of here. You may be wondering what happens if you get into a fight with no demons, because that's something you can do. What happens is the game just freezes. Or you could say soft locks, but that's not that's inaccurate. Soft lock means you can still play. You had to grind and develop strats for so many bosses. I knew that my hard any % comp would get most of the way there, but I kind of wish that I did it at level 28 or 29 so I could have Naga and Pisacha Naga would have been so helpful. Naga would have been so helpful with life gain and fog breath. And Tarukaja. Absorb Elec. He would have been amazingly good against Mother Harlot for sure. Imagine the feeling when you beat Lucy. No, that won't be possible. Or would it? I would have to, well, I'd have to get super lucky and have, like, get something to skill mutate into Diarahan. I'm also gonna start looking for someone to raid. We'll jam along with Otamatone here. Terra Enigma is on really, really longathon? That seems great. Really, really longathon must be almost over. Anyway, here we go. Right on. That was okay. That was an okay Otamatone jam.